everyone. I hope you've all had a great day. I honestly appreciate you joining in to watch this video. I hope that you will stay and watch the complete video. It will not be very long at all. But if you cannot, I understand. So yeah. All right, so tonight with my dinner, this video is just gonna be a side dish that I'm gonna be making. And the feature is going to be field peas with snaps. I did keep the packaging for you to see exactly which one I'm using. Okay, you can normally find that at your local grocery store. All right, so I did go ahead and pour my field peas and snaps into a bowl. I'm using the full bag as I do like to have leftovers for the next day. All right, so what I'm gonna do with mine is I'm gonna tweak it a little bit. As you can see behind me, I have my pot of water going. It's now boiling, so I'm going to go ahead and walk over and add my salt and pepper to my water. This pan is about 1/3 full of just water right now. I don't measure, I just kind of do my thing and then taste a little bit after. Remember, when measuring or when salting or peppering anything, you can always add, but you can never take away, so just keep that in mind. I'm gonna add some pepper. All right, now over here, we're also gonna add some cilantro that I have not chopped just yet, an onion, a tomato, and 2 serrano peppers. You can use jalapeno peppers, whatever kind of pepper you may have. We love spice in our family, obviously. If many of you know who we are, you understand why. So yeah, all right, we pretty much put this in anything that I cook most of the time. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with my serrano peppers. Remember, when cooking, always wash your hands, of course. Now my husband is driving up and he's never seen me do a video. All right, so anyway, we're gonna just chop these up in small round pieces. I'm not taking the seeds out. We like the seeds. All right, we've got that going for, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Let me grab another bowl, 1 second. All right, here's just another bowl to put our stuff in. And a little trash bowl. Always good to have your little trash bowl. All right, I'm gonna just finish cutting these serranos. And I'm telling you, these babies are spicy, spicy. Most of the time, do not touch your face, do not touch your eyes, none of that while doing it. You can also use gloves. I do that a lot, but we only have the plastic gloves right now, and I hate those, so I'm not gonna use those. Again, just make sure that you wash your hands. All right, now I'm gonna go in with my tomato, and I'm gonna just chop everything up, add it in the same bowl, and put it in my water all at the same time. You can also saute all of these veggies if you want to before doing it. I did it like that last time. But since I am kind of new to making videos, I'm not trying to make anything any harder at the moment. Typically in a video, I believe you might want to go ahead and have all your ingredients ready and prepped, which I was going to do, but you know, sometimes it's just fun to just make the full video like this. All right, and again, I'm just adding all of my stuff together. I am using a very sharp Pioneer Woman wife, actually. She is one of my favorite television people. Unless you want to be in my video. Okay. All right, now we're just going to chop up our cilantro pretty quickly in small pieces.
Nice.
Be sure that you watch your, I'm sorry, not watch. Be sure that you wash your cilantro. I mean, wash all of your vegetables, obviously. If you don't, that's fine too. It's up to you. So the head chef just walked in. I think he's trying to stay out of my video, which I prefer, because he is mine. I'm just kidding. I mean, I'm not kidding. He is mine, but. Like I said in the beginning of the video, it's always good to have like a little bowl to put your trash in, and I did not do that. So I just keep periodically walking to the trash can. Next time I'll have it together. All right, so here you go. I'm not gonna chop up, you know what? Yes, I am. I forgot what I was putting this in, beans. I am gonna chop up my onions, not too fine because they're gonna cook for at least an hour and a half. Easiest way to peel an onion, cut it in half, peel it off. Well, I guess that's not too weird, huh? Okay, now, if you can see, we have a nice bowl of fresh veggies. We've got our onion, tomato, serrano pepper, and our cilantro. And again, if you don't like any of these things, the good thing with what I'm doing is you can remove items or just not put them at all. You can add squash, zucchini. I'm also gonna add potatoes to this a little bit later, but not until we have about 20 minutes left of cooking time to the beans. So when I'm done with this meal, or this side dish, it's gonna have your beans with the veggies I just said and your potatoes, all right? So now I'm going to walk over and I'm gonna go ahead and just add all of this at one time. Be careful, the water is super, super hot. You know, just be careful when you're adding stuff. I think I hear more footsteps. Adrian, is that you? Are you trying to come cook? All right, I've added my veggies first. Now I'm gonna add my beans. It doesn't matter which one you do first, as long as you add all of it. But if you're like me and you want a step-by-step process, there you go. Add your veggies first and then your beans. All right. Okay, I'm actually gonna turn this around and I'm gonna let you see what it looks like. Well, not turn it around, but I'm gonna bring you to the pan, okay? All right, so of course, once you add stuff to hot boiling water, it kind of stops to boil for just a minute. So what I'm gonna do, and again, I'm not adding too much seasoning right now. We just have our salt and our pepper. Later, I'm going to add a little bit of, I thought I had it out. I guess I put it back up. A little bit of my tomato and chicken bouillon. Yeah, I keep this thing in my cabinet. I put it in everything, and it's always so tasty. It just gives it a little extra bit of flavoring, I guess you could say. And again, I'll add that probably when I add my potatoes. Yeah. All right, so since I want this to start to boil quickly, I'm going to just add a lid to it. Once it starts boiling, I'm going to turn it down pretty much to like a simmer. Just a second, I'm looking for that lid. And I do have a singing problem, so joke. Oh my gosh, the lid is literally right here. Okay, all right, so put a lid on that baby. Once that water starts rolling again, we're gonna turn it down to a medium. Keep a check on it. You might have to add a little bit more water later. I don't like to add too much water. I don't want too much soup when this is done because of the consistency that I'm going for. So again, you see about that water level. Keep a check on that. All right, I'll be back. I'm gonna clean all this up, and I'll come back on here when I add the tomato and chicken bouillon that I told you about and the potato. All right, so I'm back. All right, it is time now to get our potatoes prepped and ready to put in with our bean dish that we're making. All right, so I have these little bitty yellow potatoes. You can chop them however you would like. I don't want them too small because I'm actually gonna put them in there a little sooner than what I typically would. So I'm just gonna cut them in half, and then I'm gonna cut them in half again, and then I'm gonna cut them in half again. All right, like that, half, and then half, like that. Now, when I'm using potatoes, I wash them before I cut them, and I rinse them again before I add them to whatever I'm doing, okay? This won't take long. I'm actually doing 6 of these. And again, I'm doing bigger slices because they're gonna cook longer than I typically would have them. But I've also got lemon pepper wings to fry up for Adrian. And I've still got a big pork loin that I've got to get prepped and ready to cook. So I'm gonna make some shredded tacos, like shredded pork tacos tonight with some homemade salsa. So yeah, I'll definitely be making another video. Probably gonna make separate videos for each thing that I do because of time wise. So yeah, I love to cook, obviously. We have a large family. We have 5 children. We have a grandbaby. We have another granddaughter on her way. She is coming at the end of December or the middle of December, whenever she feels like she's ready. I'm super excited about that. Yeah, we have 2 restaurants for anybody that doesn't know us. Our specialty is Mexican restaurants. I could definitely hash an American one, but I ain't trying to do all that right now in my life. I'm finally at a point in my life to where I can just really be home and be a mom and enjoy my grandbabies and cook and, you know, make life happy for everyone around me. So, all right, I'm gonna rinse this off really fast, or you know what, I'm gonna just put it in the sink. Rinse my potatoes. All right, we're going to go ahead and get those potatoes added. I always put a dish towel or a dish rag under my cutting board. That helps it to be like non-slip, you know? All right, so we're just gonna take these on over here. We're gonna get them added. And yes, I do have a tripod coming, just in case y'all were wondering. Okay, also, this is the caldo de tomate, the tomato and the chicken stuff I told you about. This is 1 tablespoon, okay? I'm adding 1 tablespoon right now. Again, everybody's seasoning level is different, but this is what I'm adding for sure that I know will not be too salty or too seasoned, and then I'll check it later on and I'll add more if needed. But I believe this will be sufficient enough. Beautiful. I'm gonna turn my eye back up because I did turn it down. Let's see here. I did turn it down once it started boiling, like I said it would. And it looks very pretty right now. It's very pretty. Just add that in there. You don't want to stir too much. You just want everything to, you know. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and add these beautiful potatoes. That is perfect. All right, do you see that? You see that, the water level, I guess you could say, the broth level, whatever you would like to call it. All right, we're just gonna leave that right there. And we're gonna let this baby simmer. I am gonna cover it back up. Now, when I say cover it, Because I love to smell the smell of food in my kitchen when I'm cooking. It just makes me happy for some reason. I'm going to just do my lid, just tilt it a little bit. Be very careful, and I'm gonna turn it back on high until it starts bubbling up real good again, or simmering. But be very careful whenever you remove a lid. Always, this is what I teach my children. When you pick it up, kind of do this so the steam goes out forward. And if you just pick it straight up, that steam will get you. And it's hotter than hot, okay? All right, so we're gonna do this. All right, I'm gonna let that cook for about an hour, and then, yeah, it's gonna be great. I will post a picture in the comments where I don't have to keep pausing my video, because again, I'm learning, I'm new at this, I'm doing the best that I can. But yeah, I'll shoot y'all a picture once it's done. I'll be making another video shortly. Thanks, bye.